Brazilians, coffee beans.
In physics this year, we were posed with solving problems faced by morning beverage drinkers. Through multiple observations and interviews, we strove to learn more about these problems. Ultimately tasked to create a conceptual prototype and conduct follow-up interviews, we did exactly that. This video documents the research and procedures involved in everyday problems. There are three types of personas we have developed in our physics project. The first is the laid-back coffee drinker. This type of person enjoys drinking coffee once a day and has recently picked up this habit. They have a very flexible routine, and the actual process is not that important to them. Also, they care little about the time it takes. They have a few values and necessities. They value the amount of money it costs and are very economic in their spending. Furthermore, the taste is very important, and they make their own with some sort of machine.
Right, because it is the cheapest.
Okay.
It's really good.
So you like it because it's cheap and it's good?
Correct.
Okay.
Is there better coffee that's more expensive?
Starbucks is pretty good, but theirs is... I'm not going to pay that for a cup of coffee.
If the Starbucks wasn't
I'm talking about the Starbucks K-Cups.
If the Starbucks K-Cups wasn't as expensive, would you have it over the Costco brand?
Probably. Be quiet. This is physics.
Our second persona was the ritualistic drinker. The drinker drinks multiple times a day and could not stop drinking. They have been drinking for a significant amount of time and are very experienced.
So, when did you start drinking tea?
Around 7 years ago. So I was 12 years old, 19 now, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
My mother introduced me to this English breakfast black tea, and that's where it all began. So.
Why do you drink it? Does it relax you?
It's got a kind of dual effect. So it relaxes me as well as gives me some energy because I put this here sugar in there. So.
And you drink it when during the day?
In the mornings, after lunch, and before dinner.
Lastly, there's the coffee shop drinker. These people enjoy going to stores and purchasing the final product already made. They enjoy the product and feel that just because it is made in a store, it is automatically better. Money is not particularly important to their routine.
Normally when I go to Starbucks, I do go through the drive-thru. And it is probably because I'm lazy, so I don't want to get out of my car. It does stress me out if I go and there's a long line, because then they're, slow, and that just adds to more stress. I do go inside sometimes, though, when I go and have coffee with my friends, and I enjoy that, but it's, I'm going to sit in there for an hour or two. It's not like when I want a cup of coffee in the morning and I'm in a hurry. So, but I do enjoy, I like Starbucks.
We found our third and final persona to be the one with most opportunity. Coffee shop drinkers do not like waiting in line as time is very valuable to them. Often waiting can be a huge hassle, as we learned from the previous interview. This consumes time and is stressful waiting in line. We decided to create an ordering system that the customer uses so that they don't have to talk to an employee and wait in line. We interviewed an employee about Starbucks and asked about customer-employee interaction.
So do people who usually come into Starbucks, why do they come in, instead of just going through the drive-thru? That,
Why
noticed?
do they come in? Is
Yeah.
A lot of people will come in because they're going to sit down, because they're going to study. Some people just don't like hassling with the drive-thru. Sometimes the drive-thru line's too long, so they'll come to the front thinking it'll be quicker. Stuff like that.
Have you noticed that most people, do they usually sit down, or are there a lot of people that just come in, order, and then just go?
Most people, if they're going to come in, they come in and sit down.
Yeah,
okay.
Do you think they like to? Do you think the customers who go here sort of like to watch their coffee get made, or do they kind of just go and sit down and not
I think
really
there's some people who definitely watch, because they'll be critiquing me on their coffee, even though I'm not making their coffee at the time sometimes. But a lot of people, they'll come in and it kind of just depends.
Does the line?
Some people just sit there and watch you make it.
After countless ideas and brainstorming, it became obvious what needed to be done. The ordering system would remain intact. However, the program would be designed with an interactive interface that maintains the cherished interaction. Also, people would still be able to watch their coffee being made. This is also an important aspect of going to a coffee shop. After following up with our coffee shop drinker, we received some good news. Our coffee shop drinker felt that it would help improve their experience. We are now working on creating the final product. Thank you for watching the video.
Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions, so they've got to find a